By now you've probably heard that it's a terrible year for growers of cherries, but there are some, and it turns out the best place to find them right now is at your local fruit stand.
We grow only 4 acres of cherry, so we've always done 100% of our own sales.
And your cherries?
We've lost 100% of our cherry. So we're working with local growers who would typically grow for packing houses. They don't have enough quantity. So they are working with us to try to sell their cherry. There are going to be weeks we don't have any cherry because they don't have cherry to sell us. But this season, because we lost all of our cherry, we're working with growers from as far south as Asturias, all the way up to Kelowna. If anyone has cherry, we're trying to buy as much of it as we can. And we also might not have any come August because the cherries that are later season were all wiped out.
Right. And so there's some interesting varieties of cherry that, for whatever reason, seem to be able to withstand it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we're noticing that depending on the region and the variety of cherry, especially if it was like early or mid-season, there's less of it, but there's some. But we grow Centennial Staccato, which are cherry varieties that are later in the season, and we lost 98%. So in total, we probably have a couple 100 pounds worth, which isn't worth it for us to farm that acreage, because what's the point of putting all that labor in to pick 100 pounds? I can sell 100 pounds in a couple hours.
Yeah.
So it just doesn't make sense for us to keep and maintain that cherry. But some farmers are reporting 100%, some a little bit less. But cherry is very, very minimal. Not enough to be supplying to packing houses and getting it at a large scale.
Yeah. And I guess it's a chance to look at some of the other neat things you've got, like some amazing cauliflower.
Yeah, so me and my husband knew a couple years ago when we lost all our peaches that winters are going to become more unpredictable. We're going to have warmed, cold often. So we decided to diversify. So we're growing a bit of everything at a smaller scale, and as much of it that we can sell ourselves at farmers market or at our fruit stand. So we decided to start growing vegetables. So we grow cauliflowers. We're one of the few people that do cauliflower at our scale. We're at farmers markets, local grocery stores, here at our fruit stand, and people know us for the colored cauliflower, the broccoli, the cabbages, and we grow any vegetable you can think of and try to sell it ourselves directly.
Yeah. You need cauliflower, might as well have it orange and purple.
Exactly, yeah. It adds a little bit of fun, and it's a talking point. When people come in, they ask, this was grown here, how did you grow it? And it lets people see that we can actually grow a diversity of food in the Okanagan if the conditions are prime. But unfortunately, with a changing climate comes variables that farmers need to adapt and climatize for. So one way that we're doing that is growing vegetables, because you have a little bit more control than fruit. If you have bad weather for fruit early on, you're done. But at least with vegetables, you can make up for it in the season.
It's going to be a tough year for you, but you'll be here next year, won't you?
Absolutely, yeah. Me and my husband, our motto is growing for our community. So we've always been grow what you can, sell what you can yourselves. So we have a lot of local customers. We're at farmers markets, and a lot of local independent grocers at fruit stands want to work with local growers because they know the strain that fruit farmers are experiencing. And so we're just feeling really supported. Like as you saw here, there was a rush of people that came. People are committed to and want to support local. So one thing that I'm telling anyone how they can help farmers is just go to your local farmers market, go to your local fruit stand, and shop with your farmers directly as much as possible.
Terrific. Thanks very much for this.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And thank you for watching Kelowna Now.